This space used to be an office. Whiteboards, rolling chairs, corporate vibes. Now it's mine, and I'm turning it into something completely different. It's not perfect, but it's got potential. So this is day one. Let's build something. I wasn't looking for a brand new studio. My wife and I actually just moved into this city recently, and somebody I knew was in the process of giving up this space. This space used to be a conference room, part of some office buildings here. I had this idea about turning in this large open room into some kind of content studio, maybe a podcast studio. And it's a little rough, needs some work, but that's kind of just the thing. One of the first things I feel like, one of the first things I feel like I'm learning already is, okay, baby, okay, all right, it's love. I used to think that I needed to find the perfect space with the perfect layout, and baby wants to play. All right, we're not gonna sit because baby wants to go crazy. Okay, all right, baby off. Okay, Indy, stay off that, please. Okay, let's try this again. All right, so that's one of the first things I'm learning already. Progress over perfection. I used to think that everything needed to be perfect. It needed to be the perfect location in the city. It needed to be the perfect space with the perfect layout and design. But ultimately what I'm learning is it's really more about the vision. What kind of vision can someone have for the space that they're designing? So I'd love to actually kind of show you guys a little bit what the vision is, what I have planned, or what at least I'm thinking for this space. So let's just jump right into it. This is how it looks. This is what we're working with. It's a pretty good sized room already. It's a little bit narrow, but it's got some length to it, which is awesome. I plan on using this area right here for the main set. Do curtains from here to along this entire wall and then back to about right there. And this is gonna be like the main set. I'd love to throw like a couch here, a couple accent chairs, maybe a coffee table. I would love to use this as a main podcasting area. We'd love to do client work here, have people come in, record their own podcasts. That's one of my goals and visions with this place. I'd love to open it up as a content studio for people locally here in town that want a place to record their podcast, but maybe they don't have a place like that already. So that is one of the goals with this space, to have local creators, business owners, entrepreneurs come in here to record their podcasts. So that's what I want to do with this part, kind of like a living room vibe for podcasts. And then we have this wall over here. Would love to still utilize this as some kind of backdrop. So what we're looking at right here, that poor little Indy fell into, but she's all good. This is gonna be a backdrop that is going to be on wheels, probably gonna be up here most of the time. Maybe it'll get moved over here and even over there. I want to be able to put the backdrop here as another area to film across, and just to do some, maybe it's talking head videos sitting down, or TikTok, reel kind of content creation stuff for people that want to use it for that. And I'm really excited to get this thing built and underway. I will show some more progress and journey of what it's going to look like. But for now, stay tuned. A little bit of a mystery, but I'm excited for how that's going to look. The goal is to just kind of use this space as best as I can. You know, there's 4 walls here. It's a little narrow as mentioned, but if I can just get the most out of it and keep the studio mobile and ready to record in any direction, then that's perfect for at least how I'm envisioning I would like to use it. So that's the initial plan, that's the initial goal. Let me take you through a little bit of the entrance. Come on, baby. This is the entryway area, and I really have no idea. Maybe it'll be like some kind of reception area. Maybe there'll be a desk. We're gonna have to vibe that one out, feel it out, you know, take it as it comes. As the ideas flow, we'll go with it. But maybe we'll put up a desk like over here in this corner. But really it's just like it's just an entryway, okay? So, let's keep this tour moving here. In here we actually got like this little kind of breakout kitchen area, which is kind of cool. I think we'll let the people that come in here utilize this space for, you know, a break room. They have snacks, lunch. Yeah, that's kind of what this guy is. And then yeah, there's the bathroom there. So with a space like this, I feel like one of the things that comes into my head is design follows function, right? So there's things I feel like maybe aren't perfect. There's things in the layout that I could be negative about and I could complain about. Maybe it's not the most Pinterest board looking studio or room ever. But at the end of the day, it's about the intent and the functionality of it. It's not just about how a studio looks, it's about what the studio lets you create. And that's what I'm most excited about jumping into this journey. So I've been thinking about why I'm even filming this. Why am I even documenting this journey? I've learned from a ton of people on YouTube, watch their journeys. It's kind of for the people that are interested and maybe for some of the people that are a few steps behind me. That is something that's kind of been on my heart a little bit lately, is the idea that you really don't have to be an expert or the most qualified person to do something like this, because God knows I'm not some expert filmmaker or anything like that. I do have some knowledge and I do have experience in years doing videos, and maybe just for the person that's a few steps behind me, maybe one day has an interest in jumping into something like this. Maybe they want to have their own content creation studio, or just a space for them to create, whether they want to do any kind of agency work. That's just kind of a little bit of my why behind documenting this. And I also do think it'd just be like really cool to look back on in the future. You know, hopefully this thing, it doesn't fail, but it can't fail if I don't stop. And either way, it's gonna be a challenge. This is definitely something new, but I'm really excited about it, and I'm just grateful to be able to even share something like this with you guys. Lots of learning curves here, trying to get better at speaking to the camera, stumbling over my words, can't even get my thoughts straight, but it's all good, right? Progress over perfection. Come on. So yeah, it's not done. It's barely started, but I've claimed the space, and that is the first step. Next week, I'm gonna be getting some of the furniture in. Excited to be sharing with you guys some more detail of the layout. Gonna get some of the studio gear in, some of the lighting, and I know Indy girl is excited as well to be a part of this new little journey, and she's gonna have her own little space in the studio. But yeah, I think that's all for now. Let's see how far we can take this thing. Let's go.